Fitness is back, at least fitness out in the world, as consumers shift away from a digital work-from-home model back to brick-and-mortar gyms. And companies like Planet Fitness have been reaping the benefits in revenue and memberships. Joining us now to discuss is Planet Fitness CEO Chris Rondeau. Chris, it's good to see you. As always, you guys have almost 16.2 million members now in almost 2,300 locations. And it looks like by a lot of metrics, you guys are back to where you were pre-pandemic. Give us a sort of status report here.
Yeah, we sure are. Yeah, 16.2 million members at the end of the first quarter, and over 2,200 stores here. I couldn't be more happier. We're out at an all-time high for membership. We're seeing people come back, in droves, and the Gen Z population in particular is joining quite a bit higher than we've ever seen in the past, about 180% of pre-COVID levels, which is really great to see the younger generations here gravitating towards the gym. And same-store sales in the first quarter, 15.9%. So we're firing on all cylinders now, and glad to be reopened.
Chris, Brian here. How much longer can you hold that sacred $10 price point in this inflationary environment?
I'll tell you, Brian, it's sacred to us. It's something we've been built on. We've been here for 30 years. This year is our anniversary. Our Black Card membership, which is now today $24.99, is really what we try to do, is really put a bunch of perks and benefits into our Black Card membership. Reciprocity, bring a guest for free, hydro massage beds and so on. And people, believe it or not, even though we advertise $10 a month, and that's what you mostly see us on TV, 60% of those people end up buying the Black Card membership at $24.99, so more than double the price. So, and I look at it this way, is that 80% of the population doesn't have a gym membership, Brian, right? And we talk about that a lot. And, there's 140 million people around our current footprint of stores. And get this, 140 million people over the age of 14, they don't have a membership at any gym anywhere, right? So there's so many more, people to get off the couch and do the right thing. Raising the price is something I don't think is going to do it. I think keep it at $10 a month, get you off the couch, check us out.
As a percentage of your business, Chris, how much is, how many Black Card members do you have?
Yeah, so 60% of 16.2 million members. So we're upwards of, 9 million of those are Black Card memberships today. And that Black Card percentage keeps going up about 100, 200 bips a year. So as we increase the footprint of stores, reciprocity is the number one use. So you can use any club in the country. And 1 out of every 5 workouts, people are visiting a different club. So it's a huge benefit.
I mean, look, as one of those Black Card memberships, and honestly, Chris, I'm sorry. I haven't even been to a location in months, and even prior to that, it had been a while before that. It's almost stickier than the set it and forget it kind of Apple services model, because there is that benefit of being able to go to a location elsewhere. But when you think about being able to get some of the existing members into a Black Card, what is that conversion rate like for you guys?
Yeah, believe it or not, it's mostly at point of sale. It's very seldom that somebody joins as a white card and then upgrades down the road. Usually when they come in and see the benefits of the reciprocity to bring a guest, the massage beds, massage chairs, and so on, it's usually point of purchase when they make that decision. But we're always constantly trying to expand the perks, right? We're just starting to put in meditation pods in clubs. So every new build and every remodel, we put these meditation pods in the clubs. When people go in, you can choose rejuvenate, energize, and so on. So we're always trying to increase the offerings for perks, so hopefully more of the white cards find one perk that really fits their needs and upgrades, and that's kind of something we've always been able to do over the years.
And how are you doing on staffing, Chris? As you hold the line, whether it's on that Black Card membership or on the $10 membership, your costs presumably are going higher, right? You got to pay your people more, you got to get them in the door, you got to pay for equipment, et cetera. So how are you navigating all of that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's definitely a little easier now than it was, call it 6 months ago or a year ago. Luckily with our staffing model, we're only require about 12 to 15 employees per store, so not a ton. And we really are competing for generally a QSR employee for the most part. And quite frankly, we've done some surveys, and when you look at working in our environment as opposed to a QSR, for example, you're in a gym around people having a good time. You're not going home smelling like a fry later, right? And you're making good pay, and you're wearing shorts and workout gear, right? So it's really, a lot of them just come to us because it's a better atmosphere to work in. But if you go back to pre-COVID, we were 53 straight quarters of positive comps over 13 years, and that averaged 12%. So our comps actually outpace inflation and always have. 15.9% in comp in first quarter, and that is mostly member growth. believe it or not. So back to the 140 million people get off the couch, as long as we continue same-store sales and the margin flow through, if we add more members, we don't need more staff because we don't have the classes and the pools and the basketball courts and daycare. It's tons of fitness equipment, right? It's first come, first serve, come as you are. Most clubs are open 24 hours a day, so the margin expands. It's 84 cents on the dollar flows right to the bottom line with increased members per store.
Chris, you've been in this gym industry, I think, since the 1990s. You've seen a lot of different cycles. Do you think the working from home thing during the pandemic was just simply a fad?
Yes, I think, I always look at home fitness. It's been there forever. Go back to Richard Simmons and Jane Fonda, then you fast forward to Ty Bo with P90X, and then you keep going down the road here, and his experience has gotten better. Well, yeah, but everything's gotten better, right? But when you think of it, if home fitness was really a replacement, it would have been prior to the pandemic. Pandemic was going to change that, right? And it's always been second fiddle to a real gym experience, and here we are seeing it really unfold in front of our eyes. What's happening here today is people are just driving back to the gyms. They're going back, they want to be around others, and at $10 a month for a $2.5 million facility, best equipment money can buy, you just can't beat that experience, right? It's like people deciding never to go to a restaurant again. It's a better experience.
I wonder as well, given that you've told me in the past that it's also like a marketing engine that Planet Fitness is at the beginning of kind of really ramping up new locations for some of the new franchisees that you're working with. What are some of the headwinds that they've discussed, that they've brought back to you, especially in an environment where consumers, quite frankly, are choosing what their services are that they're buying into right now?
Yeah, I think the marketing engine, you're right. 9% of every single member that joins, their monthly dues, 9% of that goes right back into marketing and fuels more members to come in the next day, right? So even our oldest stores in the system still have positive comps because the marketing budget is forever growing, right? So it's really important. The headwinds today really is you get some increased cost on build-outs. HVAC, believe it or not, of all the things that we struggle with right now, HVAC is the big one, believe it or not. It's like that and baby formula. But we're working through that today, and we're making some really good arrangements with one of the leading manufacturers of HVAC. But that's really the only thing. Real estate's a great situation right now. We're filling the office, Office Depot boxes, the Toys R Us boxes, all those Sears that have closed. So real estate's not an option, an issue at all. It's really just finding a site to negotiate and getting these things open.
HVAC and baby formula is not a pairing that I've expected to hear today, but you delivered. Chris Rondeau, Planet Fitness CEO, joining us here. Chris, appreciate the time as always.